So my husband and I run my own business. I run a cleaning business, and my husband was in the medical field for a super long time, and he just got out. He wants to kind of start his own business, and we're struggling a little bit with our finances. And
what does that mean?
So it kind of came.
What does that mean? You don't make enough money because your husband quit his job?
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing fine with like his business. Like he's bringing in an income with it. And I just started college classes, and it ended up being a lot more money than I expected it to be. So I had to like dump quite a bit of my savings into it. And then like he ended up wrecking his car into a field of elk. And so we had to like dump more money into getting another vehicle. And now it's like we need to register and title that vehicle. And there's been certain points where it's like, and we have a 1-year-old, so it's like, okay, do we buy diapers or do we register the truck? So, and there's been like other things that he's been struggling with, like addiction wise. And I don't want to get too much into that just because that is very personal on a level that I don't know if I want that on air.
Okay.
But, and that has like drained some of our finances as well.
Can you answer one question, just yes or no?
Yeah.
Is it gambling?
No.
Okay.
No, it's honestly, it's a lot worse than that.
Okay.
And it is rooted into like childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom has a lot to do with it, and she's just always jumped in to solve all of his problems, and he's never created the skills to be able to problem solve on his own, and that has also caused a lot of problems in our marriage. I grew up in a tough love home, like I did, and it's not that I try to do that same process to my husband, but I'm not one.
He needs it.
Yeah, but it's. I don't want to build up like a false sense of pride in him in a way, because his mom is always just like. The best way I can explain it is like if she could marry her own son, she would. And just the way that she builds him up all the time.
I totally get that. But I'm saying is he desperately, desperately needs somebody who is not codependent on him, who's not using him, who's not a parasite to him.
Yeah.
But he needs somebody who actually loves him. Tough love is not always bad.
No. And I think the thing that he struggles with is that I actually hold him accountable to things, and he really struggles with that.
I know. Okay, he's not on the phone, and you've mentioned all these things about him.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Okay, so I need to know how to bring this up to him without making him feel like he's attacked. Because
you can't. You can't. You've been doing this forever. How long have y'all been together?
5 years, married for 4.
Okay. You have been dancing around him for 4 or 5 years. Stop.
Yeah.
Because by dancing around him, you are co-creating his childhood again.
Yeah.
Somebody has to stop because you are now unsafe. Relationally, financially, emotionally. When I say unsafe, I'm not talking about like the little safe space at a small private school.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you may not be able to buy groceries for your baby.
Yeah.
You have to own that reality. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to know you're married to somebody who is very, very unwell.
Yeah.
And so dancing around that isn't helpful. It's you saying, here's what must be true.
Yeah.
You pick your mother or you pick me. And here's what picking me means. Because you're trying to be, I mean, like you're trying to be married to two people right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have told him that, and his mom is very passive aggressive towards me, and she attacks me in private.
Okay, but
she's flat out told me to my, it's not a good situation.
Okay, but she doesn't get a vote in your life.
No, she doesn't.
Awesome. But there has to come a moment. Here's the deal. The moment's going to come. I'd rather you pull the car up to the parking lot than have it dropped in your lap. The moment will come when he has to choose mommy or his wife and his child.
Yeah.
Period. And if he chooses wife and child, he's going to go to rehab. Period.
Yeah, he needs to.
And if he is going to choose wife and child, he's not going to have a hobby that barely makes money. If he is going to choose wife and child, he's not going to, and I'm making this up, I don't know if this is true, he's not going to drive intoxicated into a field of elk. If he's going to pick...
Sorry, can you say that again?
I'm making this up, right? So I don't know if this is true or not,
okay.
But if he is going to choose wife and child, he's not going to drive intoxicated into a field full of elk.
Yeah.
If he's going to choose wife and child, he's going to have a steady job. And he can start a new business later, but he needs some stability and somebody that says you have to be here in this office at 6:45 a.m.
Yeah.
Working a 12-hour shift. Otherwise, you're punting reality down the road, and there will be the cards will get called on the table at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather you do that before you have two other kids and a mortgage that you can't afford. And $100,000.
I have two older kids.
Okay, and $100,000 in student loans, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like you see where this train is heading.
Yeah, yeah, and so like I'm very heavily in with a church, and they've extremely helped me a lot with this, and a lot of the things that you're saying. Because when I had first called into the show or written into the show, like it's been a couple of weeks, but a lot has happened since then, and I did come to that reality that I did tell my husband at one point. I was like, I have my own abandonment issues, and I did tell him, I was like, this is where like all of your actions are leading me into triggering my abandonment. And I can't do it anymore. And I was like, I have to let you go in a sense of trying to control what you do and like your addiction, all of these things. I was like, I can't do it anymore. And
okay, but did you do the next step, which is create your own checking account and have your money direct deposit in there so he can't get it?
So I've always had my own account set up for my business.
No. I'm talking about for your home.
Well, yeah.
And don't live out of your business account. That's a mess too.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, please don't do that. That's a tax nightmare. Okay. That's a way to get your business in a mess and your home in a mess.
Okay.
And if you listen to me ever, I tell everybody day one, like you walk down the aisle, walk right out and go to a bank and you'll open a checking account together.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but I'm telling you not to do that because it's not safe right now.
Yeah.
But I guess here's what I want to challenge you. I want you to pause the counselees. And I want you to practice standing up as a woman of strength and ownership.
Okay.
What do I mean? I mean, not sitting down with him while he's got his phone in his hand and say, hey, you're triggering my abandonment issues. But I'm saying you stare at him and say, put your phone down. I have something direct to say to you.
Okay.
You choose me, and here's what that means, or you choose your mommy and your addiction.
Yeah.
But as for me and my house, we're not moving forward. You get that strength I'm talking about? And I think you have a fear that he's going to go run to his mom's house and she'll welcome him with open arms.
Yeah.
May have happened before.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay,
I
so
mean, I've kind of crossed that bridge already.
I know, but here's the thing. That means he's already there.
Yeah.
And y'all are just playing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you want to keep playing, you can do that. You can keep doing that.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
But I think you deserve more than that. I think he deserves more than that. But nobody's ever called him out. And it may be that nobody's ever going to call him out because he's always going to have this backup plan in the form of mommy in her basement. And I honestly don't know how to counteract that. Other than to call mom and say, hey, you're destroying your son. But that message wouldn't get through to her at all. Yeah, here's the deal. You are headed towards a put up or shut up moment. I would rather be in charge of that moment instead of having that moment happen to me. This is about choosing reality. And the reality is, you got a husband that's struggling with addiction. You have a husband who goes to mom before his wife. You've got 2 older kids. You have a young baby who you can't afford diapers because your husband wrecked the truck. Your husband quit his good job to start his own business. It's you sitting down with a friend or with a counselor, or if you've got a good mentor at your church, to sit down with somebody and say, okay, here's what must be true. Here's what I want for my life. Because he's cheating on you with his mom. Let me put it that way. Maybe not sexually, but in every other way. Financially, emotionally, relationally. He's cheating on you with his mother. And you're the one getting dragged behind. So no more counselees. You're triggering my attachment. As for me and my house, do you want in on this relationship or do you want out? You get to choose. And if you want to stay, here's what this is going to look like. And he might say, bye, Felicia, I'm out. But I think he's already said it. Today's day 1. We'll be thinking about you, Sarah.